Hi, I'm Shailesh and I will be taking you through creating inventory masters today. But before I start my session, let me first discuss with you what were the topics that were covered in the previous module. In the previous module, we saw creating chart of accounts in Tally ERP9. Then we discussed about creating and altering groups individually and in multiples. We also discussed at length at how do we create ledgers individually and in multiples. Then there was a discussion on providing opening balances for the ledgers and marking bill-wise for the references that are created for a ledger. Today, the topics that we will be covering are how do we enable certain F11 features to maintain inventory. Then we will see how certain masters are created and altered. These masters are stock groups, stock categories, unit of measures, go downs and stock items. Before we start discussing all these features at length, let us first try and understand what is the importance of inventory in business. To explain the importance, let us take an example of a house. There's a small family of 4, and this family, the milk that is consumed on a day-to-day basis could be 1.5 liters. This we come to a conclusion based on the previous experiences that we have had. So what a family member does is continues to order 1.5 liters of milk on a day-to-day basis to the milkman. Else, what will happen? If in place of 1.5 liters, I place an order for 2.5 liters, then in that case, there will be a wastage of 1 liter daily. So what we are doing is we are over ordering and it is causing wastage. Because of this wastage, the money that we are investing in milk is also getting wasted. This money could have been invested somewhere else. Now, taking the same family example, where there is a family of 4, where we require 1.5 liters a day. If I order 1 liter on a day-to-day basis instead of 1.5 liters, in such a case, what will happen? In such a case, I will not be able to cater to the demand of milk to all the family members. So there will be definitely unhappy family members in my family. Let us try and fit this example in the business scenario. What will happen if I over order the stocks that I require? In such a case, there will be not sufficient buyers for this particular stock. The money that I have invested in this stock will be blocked. Why? Because the stock item is not moving as per the expectation that I have. So the money that is invested in this stock is blocked. This money could have been used into some other better usage. Similarly, on the other hand, what will happen if I don't stock sufficient goods in my godown? In such a case, whenever the customer asks for this material, I may not have it in my stocks. And at this point of time, what will happen? The customer will be dejected and may not come to me again to buy other materials also. So, inventory is very important for any business. Having optimum level of inventory is also a big challenge for an organization. Now, to know what is the stocks available with me and what are the stocks that I need for my future deliveries, or where is my funds blocked because of the inventory, I will need to see various reports, and I will have to plan my reports in such a way that I get the information as per my requirement on a day-to-day basis. Therefore, creating inventory masters in a way that you get the reports as per your requirement, it is very important. So what are the things that you would need to do when you are maintaining inventory in Tally. Okay, now let us see what are the things that will be available by default in Tally ERP9. By default, to create inventory masters, you will go into inventory info, where you will get these options: stock groups, stock items, unit of measure, and voucher types. Now, certain organizations may have godowns also. Those are locations where the materials are stored. So, in such a case where you have multiple godowns and you want to maintain your stocks and see the reports based on the locations where they are stored, you can press F11, go to inventory features. Here you have an option, maintain multiple godowns. So we'll set this as yes and hit enter. The next option is maintain stock categories. Now let us see. We'll enable this, accept it, and come back to the gateway of Tally. Now when I go to inventory info, there are two more options which I've got enabled. What are these? These are stock categories and godowns. Okay, now before I start creating these, let us first understand what are all these options given for. Stock item. Stock item is the material in which my business deals with. Okay, let's say I have television sets. So my television sets are my stock items. These are the material which I buy and sell on a day-to-day basis. Okay, now let us say furniture. If I am a furniture dealer, meaning I buy and sell furnitures, then those furnitures will be considered as stock items for me. However, if I am not dealing in furnitures, assuming that I am dealing in computer softwares, then the furniture is not the item which I am dealing in. So it cannot become a part of stock items. It will become a part of it will become a part of fixed assets. For a software manufacturer, what is the stock item that he is dealing in? He is dealing in softwares. So the softwares will become the stock item. Okay. So we've got the clear understanding what is stock item. Stock item is the material in which I deal on a day-to-day basis. Now, then why do we require stock groups? You may be dealing in multiple types of stock items which have different nature and characteristics. Okay, let me repeat this again. You may be dealing in stock items, materials which have different categories and characterizations. They may have different categorizations and they may have different features. Based on these categorizations and features, you would like to categorize your stock items and club them together to see a complete report. Now let's say you're dealing in televisions, but you have different types of or different brands of televisions. So what will happen in such a case? Your different brands may become stock groups. Okay, let's say I have a television of Sony, I have television of Panasonic, I have television of LG, I have television of Samsung. So all these may become my stock groups, and the television types that I am dealing in for each of these brands will become my stock items. Correct? Sony may be dealing in 29-inch television and it may have feature like LCD. Right? So that 29-inch LCD will become a stock item and it will be clubbed under a group called Sony. Similarly, I may have 32-inch LCD TV, right, which will then become a part of my Sony group. So when I see the report and I say, okay, show me the televisions which are there for Sony, It will show me 29 inch and 32 inch. Clear? So my stock items having similar nature or behavior will be categorized into one stock group. Okay. Now, what is stock categories then? Is it important? Yes, stock category is also important, because let's say you require different level of categorization for your stock items. Okay, like I gave an example that there are 29 inch and 32 inch LCD TVs. You may want to create them as stock items, or you may want to create it as different categories, because 29 inch LCD TV could be available with other brand also, right? So in such a case, you may want to do a comparison between Sony and some other brands 29 inch LCD TV. This could be because it may be offering different prices, it may be offering different types of discounts, right? Or let's say if the customer walks in and he says, I want 29 inch Sony, but today in your stock Sony 29 inch LCD is not available. Then you may prefer to give options to your customers like, okay, Sony is not available, but I have similar kind of television available in other brand. Would you like to go for it? So in that case, you may want to see category reports, where you will categorize 29 inch LCD as a category, right? Which will give you the information about each brand's information. Like Sony is this much, Panasonic is this much. Okay? Unit of measures. Well, there are different unit of measures that we have for each stock item. Like a cloth may be measured in meters or thans. Milk, as we discussed, would be in liters or milliliters, right? You may have metals in weights like in kgs or tons, right? So you have different types of unit of measurements for different types of stock items. It is dependent on what kind of type of item it is. Is it a liquid state? Is it a solid state? Accordingly, you will have to define a unit of measurement for the item. Now, when you are defining a rate, you will define the rate either per liter, meters, or kgs, right? So you will have to define the unit of measurement for each item. Godowns. As we discussed, godowns are the locations where your stocks will be kept. Right. For reporting purpose, for each location you would like to know how much stock is available. Then in that case, you will create godowns as the master in Tally. Thank you so much, and do join me in the other video sessions.